this is Bruce for Ola Prime, taking a look at the pound yen, the pound dollar, and the dollar index. And just a quick comment, looking at the variety of assets out there, some of them like the S&P and so forth, the volatility and oil as well, the volatility is so high right now, it needs to settle down a little bit, pattern a little better to help assess what might be coming next and what are the key levels to watch. Right now, the levels are not as reliable on some of the higher volatility movement that's taking place. So starting with the pound yen, we have this little declining channel, and what got my attention is almost the exact retracement to the 78.6% retracement here on this recent decline, and the completion of a 127% extension of this retracement. So the retracement of this rally. So 100% retracement is down here. 127.2% is down here, and that is the square. 127.2 is the square root of the golden ratio, 161.8%, the Fibonacci level. So the expectation then would be for a potential bounce towards the top line, not this top line. I'm going to use this top line because of this trend line here. And of course, we don't know what's going to happen, but the potential is there to at least meet the middle line. And we saw this recently in the New Zealand dollar that I've been talking about. And that happens to correlate a little bit anyway with the 61.8% retracement and the 50 moving average. So roughly we could say a 191.52. That certainly is a 61.8% retracement. And so going into the intraday pattern, we watch for something become a little more apparent. And if we take a retracement of the current retracement, or a measure of the current retracement, it's 61.8%, and support was found there, but there's no reversal. I'm in the 4-hour now, going to the 2-hour. And so there's no reversal. However, a rally above this high right here, 188.04, will signal a reversal of this pattern, and that could lead to a continuation of this initial bounce. Now, since this is a sharp bounce, we have a bit of a flag type pattern here. And if we put on a potential target for that flag, or I'm going to do it as an ABCD pattern, then we get some of these targets coming in right here, starting with the 191.80. So use that along with what I was saying about the 61.8% retracement. Moving on to the pound dollar. The pound dollar we've been talking about recently, also a bounce off the bottom of a trend channel or the bottom trend line. You can look at it either way. Recognizing the trend channel just shows a little bit of symmetry and a little bit further organization within the market. Okay, so we did get a continuation of this rally that we pointed out yesterday, and you can see that it stopped at the 161.8% target for this rising ABCD pattern. So the ABCD pattern is not drawn on the chart, but it is right here, and that is a 161.8% target. So that means that the C to D leg as 161.8% of the price appreciation seen in the A to B leg. Oh, here's my pattern over here. And so we have a potential target that could lead to a pullback, and then we'll have to see what's next. And that target is correlated with this swing high and this swing high, interim swing highs as well, I should say. So the expectation would be the initial target's been met. There could be a pullback before it's ready to do something else. And then finally, we have the U.S. dollar. Now, the U.S. dollar had the potential the dollar index, I should say, not the U.S. dollar, the dollar index, had the potential to rally at a number of places here. And you could see the rallies were almost nothing. And now it's broken through the 88.6% fib retracement. And that puts it in position to test these previous lows around 122 and possibly go below that. And since we have this potential broadening formation here, the target would be the initial target would be this target here, but it also could go a little bit lower based on this broadening formation, or it comes down to reach this previous swing low here around 99.57 if it keeps falling. So you could use that with your dollar pairs. You could use that information, I should say, with your dollar pairs. Now, the first sign of strengthening is a rally back above this low right here, 101.27. All right, that is it for today, traders. Have a great Friday.